You know, people don't exactly understand that it's okay morally to choose people that are trying to help you be better and to shy away from people who are going to drag you down.
We all want friends. It's our natural need to bond with others. However, it's a fact of life that not all friendships are meant to last forever. Some friendships can be unhealthy or even toxic. In this video, we will cover the signs of a bad friendship to help you determine whether you are dealing with a genuine friend or merely toxic connection. Do you know this saying? True friends say good things behind your back and bad things to your face. That's exactly right. True friends speak well of you behind your back and address any issues directly with you. Fake friends, on the other hand, make gossip and spread rumors about you, damaging your reputation and trust. Have you ever paid attention to how your friends talk about others? If you haven't, you definitely should, because it could indicate how they speak about you when you're not around. If they're willing to talk badly about some other people in your circle, you should definitely take it as a red flag. This doesn't mean that you or your friends can never discuss others when they're not around. However, when you do, make sure to speak about them in a manner that wouldn't cause embarrassment if they were to overhear your conversation. A true friend will be genuinely happy when something good happens to you without trying to bring you down. They will celebrate your achievements instead of feeling bitter or resentful. Fake friends might feel threatened or jealous of your success, leading them to downplay or dismiss your accomplishments.
And that's a really good way of deciding who you should have around you, because if you have someone around you, you know, something good happens to you and you're kind of afraid to even admit it because, you know, God, something good happened to you. It's like, you let that be known and it'll certainly be taken away. So, you know, you come out and you sort of tell someone half-heartedly that something good happened to you and they give you a whack and then talk about, you know, the great thing that happened to them 3 years ago, or worse, the great thing that happened to someone that they knew 3 years ago. You know, it's like, go away from that person. They're not helpful to you. A friend is someone you can share good news with, you know. You go to them and you say, hey, look, this good thing happened to me. And they say, look, I'm so happy that that happened to you. Like, way to be. And they don't think, God damn it, why didn't that happen to me? And like, you know, you didn't deserve it. Here's a bunch of reasons you're stupid and why it won't work. It's like, that's not helpful. And so I would say, like, if people are, you know what, the other thing people are doing, if they're trying to drag you down, let's say, is they're trying to see if you'll put up with it. Because they have this idea that maybe life isn't worth living and things aren't good, and that if they can besmirch, let's say, to use an archaic term, something that's pristine and good, then they demonstrate to themselves that there is no true ideal and that there's no necessary reason to be responsible and to strive forward. And so they use you as a test case. You know, I'll just push you down into the low lobster bin and see how you respond. And if you put up with it, then yeah, my cynicism is fully justified.
Of course, there might be people in your circle who are currently going through some difficulties, and perhaps it would be challenging for them to express their happiness about your good news. It's important to put things into context and be understanding of their situation. However, you also need to recognize how the behavior of others is influencing your life. By understanding and acknowledging these dynamics, you can make more informed decisions about your friendships and surround yourself with the supportive people who are genuinely want to see your success and growth. When you share your problems with a real friend, they will listen with empathy and provide support, without trying to overshadow your experiences with their own troubles. In contrast, fake friends might show little genuine concern for your difficulties or even derive satisfaction from your misfortunes.
If you have a friend and you tell them bad news, they're actually sad, and you can tell them. They will listen. You know, they'll listen. They'll take the damn pain. And they won't tell you about some worse thing that happened to them, defensively say. Or they won't secretly be happy that you got knocked off your pedestal, you know. They'll listen. They won't tell you why, you're stupid and why that bad thing happened to you and how something worse happened to them once and, derail the whole conversation. You can actually tell them bad news and they'll listen.
Some of your friends might lack the necessary skills or emotional intelligence to provide genuine empathy and support during challenging times. Recognizing this distinction can help you understand the difference between those who are struggling to offer support and those who simply don't care about your feelings. You know that feeling when you sense that something is not right, but you can't quite put your finger on exactly what it is? In those situations, it's important to acknowledge our feelings and not dismiss them as unimportant or irrational. When we trust our gut feelings, we are better equipped to identify the red flags that indicate manipulation or unhealthy dynamics within the friendship.
You think, well, people have good intentions, that you especially think that if you're naive and agreeable. But that's not always the case. People can have very dark motivations that are fully conscious and very well elaborated. And you can't just be thinking about people who have good intentions but have somehow gone wrong. If you ever meet someone who isn't like that and you think that, you're just a tree with ripe fruit to be plucked. So you don't want to be in that situation. You have to keep your eyes open.
Trust your instincts. If you often feel like someone is taking advantage of you or that you are the only one providing support in the friendship, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. Bad friends may use guilt, flattery, or other tactics to exploit your kindness and generosity for their own benefit. To protect yourself from manipulation, you must develop a strong sense of self-awareness and self-worth. By understanding your boundaries and recognizing your value, you can effectively stand up for yourself and avoid falling prey to manipulation. If your friend constantly brings negativity into your life, either through their own problems or by criticizing you, it might be time to distance yourself from them. Healthy friendship should uplift and encourage one another, not drag each other down.
If you are trapped in pathological relationships and you see no way out of them, if someone who is sinking has their hands around your neck and is pulling you down, you're not obligated to drown with them. There's a rule too if you're a lifeguard. Some of you have had lifeguard training. How do you approach someone who's drowning and panicking in the water? Feet out, right, like this. It's like, I'll save you, but that doesn't mean you get to drown me while I'm doing it. And if it's you drown or both of us drown, it's you drown. And that's wisdom. That's not cruelty. When people are in real trouble, some of it's they're confused and some of it is that their life has collapsed around them and there's some malevolence there and there's some desire for vengeance. It's just like one dangerous mess. And if you're going to wade in there unprepared, the probability that they're going to take you down compared to you elevating them is very, very high. Because you don't even know what your damn psychological stability rests on. You might be saying just because you're lucky and surrounded by sane people, that doesn't mean that you have the psychological wherewithal to really pull someone up from the depths of the underworld, especially if they've also got one foot in hell. So you should bloody well be careful about doing that kind of thing. It's hubristic to attempt it, and I would definitely caution people very carefully about trying to rescue someone who doesn't want to be rescued. It's very dangerous activity, and it can easily be counterproductive.
Although it can be challenging to walk away from unhealthy friendships, it's on you to prioritize your mental health and personal growth. Fear of confrontation, guilt, loneliness, or emotional bonds may hold you back from letting go of negative friends. However, it's your responsibility to recognize that these feelings should not dictate your decision when it comes to maintaining your well-being. You deserve authentic friendship, and by letting go of negative relationships, you will make room for true friends who will appreciate you and support you. It's also important that we remember that we're all imperfect and we make mistakes. We should try to forgive and support each other whenever possible. But it's equally important to recognize when someone is constantly bending your boundaries and is not a genuine friend. The more authentic and congruent you're going to be with your values and needs, the more authentic connections you will attract. I recently created a video about 5 golden rules of friendship to help you recognize what to look for in a real friendship. You might want to check it out. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.